Good afternoon, everyone. It's June 11th, 2019. I'm Eric. I'm here at DC Clothesline, although this article was originally posted at Intellihub.com. It is authored by Shepard and Bellis. And it is Vegas Massacre eyewitnesses confirm 5 Middle Eastern men dressed in black in single file line with AR-15s. Strapped to their shoulders or with shoulder straps. And, by now most of us know we have gained a problem with, and I'm choosing my words very carefully here because this could be the type of video that gets my channel banned on YouTube here. As most of you know, we have a problem with mass shootings happening and the aftermath. The witnesses often don't have the same story to tell regarding the event. I don't think that can get me thrown off, do you? But you never know about fucking YouTube. It appears that more may have been going on during the night of October 1st Las Vegas shooting than authorities would like the general public to know about. Official FBI documents obtained by Intellihub reveal that several eyewitnesses spotted a group of 4 or 5 Middle Eastern men between the ages of 20 and 30, dressed in all black, traveling in a single file formation, heading eastbound on Reno Ave, just east of Las Vegas Boulevard around 11:15 p.m. on the night of October 5th, or I don't know why I said 5th, October 1st, 2017. The massacre, which 58 people were reportedly killed by a crazed lone gunman named Stephen Paddock. Now, in previous videos, I showed that it could not have been Stephen Paddock that was shooting these people, simply because the windows in his room were not they're not the sort of window that you can open, and therefore he would have had to shoot out the window, and glass would have been everywhere. There would be a hole in the window, of course, if it weren't all the way knocked out. And this was not the case. So there's no way for Stephen Paddock to have done this in the first place. One eyewitness to the clandestine group told federal investigators that he was near the south side of the Excalibur around 11:15 p.m. when he and others saw 5 foreign guys heading eastbound on Reno Drive, just west of Vegas Boulevard. In the report, the eyewitness describes how all of the men were wearing black clothing and were walking in a single file line, about 5 feet between each person. The 5th and final guy had what appeared to be a black assault rifle and shoulder strap across his chest, he explained. And that is the report there. Coincidentally, another eyewitness report filed with the FBI on October 2nd, 2017 confirms the men were in fact dressed in black as the other witness stated and were at the same location around the same time. We saw about 4 or 5 that looked like Middle Eastern, walking in a single file line, dressed in all black, the witness said in a statement. The last person in line had a shoulder strap on AR-15. And there's that. Who were these men and what were they doing? And I could ask the same about the Parkland shooting. Who were the truckload of officers dressed in all, tactical body armor and shit, helmets, after the teacher said that the shooter, the person she saw shooting, was dressed just like that? I mean, it's pretty hard to ignore these things. And I know, I'm a fucking wacko conspiracy theorist. But after so many discrepancies, you gotta start utilizing your old noggin and think, how is this possible? How is it possible Stephen Paddock shot these people when his room windows weren't broken out? Why wasn't there shell casings sprawled all over the floor? I mean, there are lots and lots and lots of unanswered questions with pretty much every event that's happened since 9/11. And this is yet another one. Just like the bar shooting out there in California, just like the wildfires. Even though, there's a house that literally looked like it was cut in half with a laser. But conspiracy theorist, right? I'm a conspiracy theorist. That's it. There's nothing more to it. I'm just a wacko asking stupid fucking questions. Right? Meanwhile, there's lots and lots of questions that just keep piling up. That just keep accumulating here. Speaking of questions, you remember it was either yesterday or the day before, I talked about the two Republican senators that were killed. Well, one of these senators, it turns out, was killed because, well, it looks this way anyhow. She was investigating and uncovering a government child trafficking ring. Imagine that. So, this lady, her name is Linda Collins Smith, and she's a former Arkansas state senator. She was found murdered in her home last week in Pocahontas, Arkansas. According to reports, she was closing in on a child trafficking ring, which was being run by the Arkansas government. See, it's not just the federal government that's filthy to the core and filled with all kinds of fucking monsters. No, it's your state government too. It's your local city government. All the way down the line. Just understand this. It's not only the feds, it's all of them. According to police last week, She was shot and killed outside of her home in Pocahontas, about 130 miles northeast of Little Rock. She died of a gunshot wound, and her body was found wrapped in a blanket. Her death is being investigated as a homicide. Oh, no shit. No other information has been publicly presented, according to CD Media. According to CD Media, a verified source close to the Colin Smith told CD Media that she was about to go public with incriminating information on sitting judges in Arkansas who were involved in taking children from poor women via the Department of Human Services, or CPS, in Arkansas and selling them to wealthy individuals. The source also disclosed that Colin Smith believed the perpetrators were using illegal aliens to facilitate the crimes, which included murdering the mothers of the stolen children. Indeed, during her time in the Senate, Linda Collins Smith had worked on legislation and was the primary sponsor of House Bill 1923, which became Act 922. The bill was drafted specifically to prevent human trafficking, and that was a great intention. But as all of you know, government makes problems worse. If there's a drug problem, government intervenes, they make it worse. If there's a violent crime problem, likewise. Any problem they intervene in only gets worse. But her heart was in the right place. A release by the National Foundation for Women Legislators acknowledged Colin Smith's work on the legislation. Arkansas State Representative Charlotte Douglas was recommended to attend the summit by her colleague, NFWL State Director, Arkansas State Senator Lyndon Collins Smith. Senator Collins Smith suggested Representative Douglas, describing her as a leader in the fight against or to end human trafficking in Arkansas. Upon returning home from the summit, Representative Douglas began working on legislation with truckers against trafficking to provide truck drivers with the information they need to combat human trafficking as they witness its occurrence. To receive a Class A license, commercial driver's license, new Arkansas legislation outlines that drivers must complete a brief online course about human trafficking prevention. Arkansas is the first state to enact this legislation, and NFWL is immensely proud of our summit that led this legislation to victory. So, anybody who gets the evidence on these matters, like this lady, they end up dead. There's another lady and her husband that was doing the same thing in another state. And her name escapes me at the moment, but it was the exact same situation. She was exposing the child trafficking in her, well, not only in her state, but all over. And she and her husband ended up dead. Now, one has to wonder if the other senator that was killed, or I'm sorry, former senator, if he was connected to this in some way. It's crazy. Crazy, I tell you. So, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Probably I'll get called a conspiracy theorist and every other name in the book and have my channel fucking taken down. And all because I talk about these kinds of things. Maybe it'd be better if I, made how-to videos. I don't know. I don't know, people. But I don't like the idea of working for all this time on something just to have some fucking self-righteous, self-serving moron go and whine to YouTube about something I said in my video and have them ban me. And by the way, I put a BitChute exclusive video up over there. Probably don't wanna miss that video. It's pretty raw, and I say things on there that I would never be able to say on YouTube. But if you like my content, please do give me a thumbs up, subscribe, maybe share. If I'm worthy of your spare dollars, I have a PayPal link below and 2 Discord links so that you may chat with people of like minds. Until next time, kill the state before the state kills you.